Hello fellow simmers and welcome to Train Sim World 2. Today we're going to be looking at the Bakerloo Line. However, first of all, I just want to show you something quickly as we start off this video. So I'm Samuel Beamon of BLS and welcome, and I hope you enjoy this video. Anyway, let's go to the West Somerset Railway quickly, and now this made me laugh. Okay, so West Somerset Railway, let's head over to that a second, okay? So, you know how in the original Train Sim World we had, why is it doing this again? Should we do the 47 introduction? No, we don't want to go for that. Okay, so let's go back to the main menu because we're doing the Bakerloo line today, but I just want to show you this before we get started into the actual video. So you know how in the original Train Sim World we had, obviously, with the West Somerset timetable mode, we had the Class 47 that obviously come with the route, the Class 09 which again come with the route. We also had the 52, the 33 and the 20 obviously, and obviously we also had the Class 31. Okay, so let me just head over to timetable mode quickly, and oh look, there's no Class 31. Would you look at that? So you see, now it's this type of stuff that kind of infuriates me, you know, the fact that they've missed that out. So basically, you know, when you've bought this game, and you're basically losing something by buying this game, because now you don't have the 31 in timetable mode. I have sent out a ticket, so hopefully they can they'll sort that out and they'll add it back in. But yeah, but that has irritated me a little bit. And obviously, as you know, my thoughts on this game is that, in all honesty, it's basically, you know, you're not buying a new game. It's basically like buying a piece of DLC to add to an original game, because honestly, there is no difference between this and Train Sim World 1, apart from a little bit of performance, you know, benefits in the new game. And obviously we've got the livery editor as well. But apart from that, it's all exactly the same. Anyway, enough ranting about Train Sim World 2, as we'll probably do multiple times during my Train Sim World 2 series. We're going to switch routes and we're going to explore the Bakerloo Line, which is obviously what we have been highly anticipating since my review of the Mike Simulations Bakerloo Line. So we're going to explore on foot, and we're going to go from autumn cloudy, which is basically the same sort of weather as today. And we're going to go from Elephant and Castle, which is basically the same place as what we had on Mike Simulations, and we're going to start obviously 4 o'clock, which is basically near enough the time I'm recording this video at 4 o'clock. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's see what the actual time is in reality. So the date today is the 24th. And yeah, well, it's 4:15, so, and now, yeah, anyway, I was just replying to a Facebook message. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, piss off, just give me a push there. Anyway, let's look at this. So this is Elephant and Castle, which is basically the same place as we was in Mike Simulations simulation. So Stonebridge Park, 6 minutes, fantastic. So here we are, Elephant and Castle. Obviously, as you can see, we've got some really nice detail here. The track work is nice. We have obviously the weathering on the little balls in there. You know, they're little L balls. I can't remember what they're called again. You'll have to let me know in the comments, guys. We've got some nice crisply applied lettering and signage along the station. We have posters, which are looking all very nice. It sounds like a train is coming. We'll soon find out. But there's one thing which I will say, and I will show you. Oh, here it comes, look. So here, look, we have an invisible wall. Right, okay? So that's an invisible wall there, right? This is going to make you laugh. So you can't go any further than that, right? Okay, yeah. So you know, why is that invisible wall there when you know you would want to walk to the end of the platform there? It's just a bit. It doesn't make sense. However, if we go in, okay, let's gonna shoot. There's people walking through the train there. There was people walking through the doors as they were closed. Really? Okay, so the doors are closed. I don't know why that is. Okay, let's just open it. Whoa, guys, seriously. Okay, so basically, if we walk through this chain, right, and obviously you had the invisible barrier there, okay? So you just walk through the door. There's some scripting issues here, guys. They seem to walk through doors. And they seem to be very, very glitchy people. I mean... Okay, well, let's just ignore that. Okay, so that invisible wall light, it's gone. Look, as you can see, we can now walk to the end of the platform. Okay, but now we can't walk to the other end. You see what I mean? Why is there an invisible wall there? I mean, so apparently on station platforms they have invisible walls, which, you know, it's horrendous, isn't it? Let's shut that door. So I have placed some stuff down because I have had a look already, and I've placed the posters down.
Any unattended baggage will be removed and may be destroyed by security services.
Yeah, but I mean, detail-wise on the station, pretty nice. We've even got the security cameras, look, and bits and pieces. Okay, so let's get on our train. As you see, this is the Bakerloo Line stock, the 1972 stock, I believe that's what it is. It's quite busy here at Elephant Castle, as you can see, with the glitchy people. But I mean, let's head over to the loco. So, modelling-wise, it does look very nice. I mean, we've got nice HD, high-definition textures. We've got the horn grille up the top there. We've got the destinations, which can be changeable. They are changeable. And obviously, you've got these sort of nice weathering effects along the front of the train as well, from the bottom and upwards, which does look really realistic. So it's very like it's photorealistic. I wouldn't say photorealistic. It's realistic. And you can even see the seals along the top there. Look, so you've got the seals. Handrails are all there and present. We've got the couplings down there, and obviously we've got this really nice sort of warning caution texture on the step there, which is cool to see. And yeah, the overall look of the actual unit is nicely done. We've got the no smoking signs on the side there. We've got a sort of nice weathering sort of effect all the way along the loco, and that's nice to see. So it doesn't look too clean. We've got all the nice signage. Caution, obstructing the doors is dangerous. We're going to go inside, actually, because we've also got texturing on the floors there, which are there in reality, because I have been on one of these trains before, and that's nice to see they're implemented in there. We've got the route map, all crisp on the top of the roof inside the interior. We've got the air conditioning, although that is just sort of photoed and then plastered on, which, I mean, it's okay, but yeah, it's okay. At least it's there. Got the lighting. This it's interesting about this lighting, actually, and what they've done, which is really cool, is they've actually made it so the lights flicker sometimes as they go through the tunnel. And now that is quite a common occurrence on these old units, that the lights do sort of flicker sometimes and go off and then come back on again. And that's really nice that they've captured that in this model of unit. We've got all this nice signage around the staff door there. We've got break glass for emergency access. It's for staff only, obviously. No admittance. We've got all the emergency stickers. We've even got a central London tube map, which is really nice. I believe they are opening and closing the doors now. So my guess would be that we are about to depart the station soon. However, I'm going to take over this service. We've locked our doors, and right, so basically what happened last time, you remember how I couldn't set up the cab, okay? So originally, now this is what I missed, this control panel down here to put the control keys in and control switches. That's what I missed last time. Oh, silly me. Anyway, let's set our direction to forward. And yeah, we should be good to go. So I think... Okay, so I've got a reward for learning the headlights. There we are, so we've got headlights on. Our destination is to Stonebridge, so we are heading to Stonebridge today, which is all good. It's good that they've set it for us. So I think we're all good to go. Check our platform to see if that is all clear. Yep, we are all clear. We are good to go. So off we go. And I must admit, these units, they are really quite nice to drive. Although we haven't got our cab light on now, so it's kind of, you can't really see much. But do they really drive with the cab lights on in reality? Probably not. But I'm going to turn it on anyway. And there we go. So these are nice to drive. They've got a good feel to them. Physics-wise, DTG have done a good job. However, sound-wise, it's something to be desired. So we've got two horns. We've got the high tone, which is this crappy thing, which just sounds very simply. Obviously, you've got the flange squeal playing now, and as you can hear, that's really loud now. And it sort of changes volume levels. Sometimes it goes really loud, and sometimes it goes to a different, different volume levels. So it changes volume levels, and then as it kicks in, you can sort of hear a motor sound in the background. So it's not really clean. It's not a very clean recording of flange squeal because you can hear the motor in the background when technically you ain't got any power on. And that is a bit irritating, and I find that the way it just changes volumes on the sounds is a bit pants. So as I say, the sounds are something to be desired, and they are not great on this unit. But detail wise on how it drives is done very well. I've got my stop markers off, that needs to be turned off. But yeah, like I say, the way it drives is really nice. The detail on the unit is good. I've got no problems with the detail on the unit whatsoever. I think they've captured the 483 I was going to say then. 1972 stock, I think they've captured it very well. And it's nice to drive. It's a good fun piece of kit to drive. So as I say, obviously, going back to the sounds, obviously we've had the high tone horn and we had obviously the flange squeal. We're going to lock our doors. Obviously, door sounds are all nicely done. They're all good and realistic. It would be nice to hear some announcements. It would have been great to hear the announcements, like, this is Waterloo, and mind the gap between the train and the platform. All of them announcements, it would have been nice to have those added in. But sadly, they are not in, so you don't hear all that. And that is a terrible shame, because I think that is quite an important feature to have on London Underground maps. So obviously, as we say, we had the high tone horn, and then we've got the low tone horn on Space, which is this sort of... Now, I prefer that horn to the high tone, but it still is something to be desired, I think. It's not, as I say, perfect, and we are overspeeding, and I do apologise for that. I'm just talking away, and it's hard to review and drive at the same time, you see. Okay. I'm going to turn them stop markers off because they're getting on my nerves. There we are, that's better. A bit more of a realistic feel. See, it just sort of cuts in. I don't like the flange squeal at all. It's a nice... obviously, it's good that we have flange squeal, but it's not 100% perfect. So let's unlock our doors. Check outside. Oh, we are in the platform. That's good to see. That's good to see. And obviously we are in between the signal, which is good. But I mean, the cab is nice. I keep saying nice. I need to see, seriously. That is like my catchphrase, isn't it? Cab temperature. I love how you get the immersion of doing this kind of stuff, and the fan speed. That's a nice feature, nice touch. Cab lights. Got a nice bit of weathering up here. Look, which looks good. Got all of the warning stickers. Well, warning stickers, not warning stickers. It's all like movement checks. It's good bit of signage, good bit of detail. It's nice to see the little things. It's the little things that really do bring out the details thing. But as you can see, you can change the destination blinds, but you know, it's already been set for us. So we're heading to the embankment now. All the stations are all nicely detailed on this route. I haven't seen one which, you know, I thought, meh. But there is a little something that did irritate me last night. Because I was playing this a little bit last night and I went to Queen's Park. It was at night time. And basically, you know how they shut off units for the night? Well, in the depot, the units were shut off at the night, obviously for the night. And it must have been some sort of slumber party going on or something, because literally the units were rammed full of passengers in the depot at night time. It's like, I don't know what that was, whether it's a private rave or something, but you know, that they shouldn't have been in there. And you know, it's things like that which shows how they rush products. You know, why did they not despawn passengers when obviously the units were going into the depot? I mean, it should be a simple and easy task to do, but of course, them being lazy, they didn't do that. Let me just get out for a second, because I want to fix that monitor. So you have to go around. You have to fix monitors like so. And you have to go around placing posters down, refilling the newspaper stands and stuff like that. So this is embankment, obviously, you know, the way up there. I'm not gonna spend too long here because I've got to depart really. So yeah, I should probably go now. But I mean, it's nice. We've got, you know, all the stations are nicely detailed. You've got all of the appropriate textures and just things that make the stations unique really, and it's nice to see. Shut our doors. So I am getting notifications, so I will check that. Will asking if I wanted to play Call of Duty World at War tomorrow. Fantastic, yeah, I'll give that a go. There we go with the shit horn. And off we go. And yes, I still have myself a cup of tea beside me. I always have a cup of tea. It's nice to have a cup of tea while you're playing these games. And now I've finished it. So this is Charing Cross. I'm sure that a lot of us recognise Charing Cross. That unique sort of brown look to it. They all the stations, it's really nice to see. They're all sort of unique, aren't they? They all have their sort of features that make them unique. So, you know, with Charing Cross, you've got like these brown stuff, like so that's, yeah, Charing Cross is for Trafalgar Square, ladies and gents. Got nice texturing on the ceiling there. It's nice to see. Ticking clock. Signage, bit of weathering on there. Yeah, it's good. They've done a good job in detailing on the route. I'll give them that. Right, so we're heading to Piccadilly Circus now, which is a very well-known tube station from a lot of us, because it's usually one of the busiest in London. That and Oxford. So, what's my initial thoughts on the Bakerloo line? Well, I obviously, as I say, I'm not so keen on the sounds. They are a bit of a letdown, but that's, you know, it's the thing with DTG is that they're not great sound artists. I mean, listen to that. I mean, come on, guys. Mind you, it's nice that they've sort of included different volume levels. I think they've sort of included different volume levels as we, you know, go around like tighter corners, which I guess that is a very interesting and nice feature to have. This is a really nice station. I like Piccadilly Circus because usually you have this nice open spot here. Like you see, there's another track there, so you have this nice sort of. It's like, you know, you come out of the tunnel a bit, and obviously the platform's still there, but you're out of the tunnel sort of thing, and then you got these other tracks here, and you can see it's a nice feature on the station. So, as I say, I'm not keen on the sounds, but detail of the route and detail of the stock, they've done a good job. They've done a good job. Oxford Circus, ladies and gents, next. But as I say, it's a shame that they haven't included the woman announcements, you know, the ones that go, this is blah blah blah, change here for blah blah blah. You know, it would have just been nice to have them sort of features in. I don't know whether anyone does a mod for that yet. If any of you guys do a mod, you lovely people who do all your mods and stuff for Train Sim World, please, you know, take that in mind. To, you know, if there's any sort of way that you can do that and add those voices in, that would be absolutely fantastic, and it really would. It would improve the feel to it. It will improve the realism of this route. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's realistic already, but it could be even realer. And as I say, you know, there is little nitpicky bits about the route though, like the invisible walls, which are a bit annoying in places where they shouldn't be. And obviously, you know, there is a few little bits and pieces that are an issue. Namely, stock being shut off in Queen's Park sidings, and then people still being inside the stock when they technically shouldn't be. Let's fix that monitor. But I mean, overall, like, look at the stock. I mean, look at that. That is a really nice. In fact, I'm gonna screenshot that because I want to try and have a sort of thumbnail. So it's nice to see that, isn't it? There we go. So we can lock our doors now and proceed. And there are some stations on this route, and I've seen in one of Alan Thompson's videos, I don't know which station it is, but where the platforms are too close to the train. It's like the train is inside the platform. And, you know, it's just those things which make you laugh. You know, and make you think, why did they not see this? Surely your testers should have seen this, DTG. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? You know, but bits and pieces like that, it's just irritating, and it shows the rushedness rushing of a product, you know. Need to get used to these speed limits. Obviously, I haven't driven this route for very long, guys. I've only had the game for like 1 or 2 days now, and I haven't really driven the route as such, so I'm still a bit rusty on knowing the route. It's a challenging route to drive. I mean, there is a lot of changes in the speed limits, and I find that it's quite a fun and challenging route to drive. That's something else which is quite a good point about this route. Obviously, the way the unit drives, though, is very nicely done, and I think they've done a cracking job on physics on this unit, I must admit. So this is Regent's Park. We also have the mirrors as well, and they did on on some stations. Their mirrors actually work, but on this station they don't. Apparently, there's no train there when there quite clearly is. But yeah, they do usually work on some stations. They do anyway, but this one obviously not. Again, that's obviously something that goes to show that I think there's a bit of a train there. Is that a bit of a train there? Look. No, but as you can see, it's those little bits and pieces which are questionable to why is that not right? Okay, so we're heading to Baker Street, which is one of the most well-known stations on the Bakerloo Line, obviously because of the whole Sherlock Holmes theme. I do find it's difficult to keep up to time with this, though. I find it is hard to keep with time on these units. I guess you could say that's all part of the challenge as well, is trying to keep to the timetable. It's very difficult on this route. Very challenging one to drive, this. I think we're going to have to get out on this one because we like Baker Street, don't we? Right, here we are. So this is Baker Street, and obviously we have the Sherlock Holmes just sort of, put into the brickwork here, and it's all okay. Right. So DTG, have you tested this? Did you guys, see this happening and thought, this is normal? So we have flying people inside each other. Great work. Fantastic work. That is just the type of detail we want to see in a train simulator. I mean, that's next level stuff. That is realism right there. Because people can do that these days. We have hoverboards and hover shoes that can literally lift us into the air.
May be removed without warning or destroyed or damaged by the security services.
This is exactly why, you know, it's things like that, you know, it ruins things, really. It's, you know, it's stuff like that which ruins what could be a quality piece of kit, you know. And I say this about Train Sim World as a whole. I think it's very underdeveloped, and there is things and aspects of this game that could make it a really good game if they put the effort in to make and implement this stuff into the game. Like multiplayer. Where's multiplayer? We need it, you know? Imagine the amount of people who would play this game, the more people that will play this game if multiplayer was in it. You know, that is a big selling point, you know? A lot of people would want to buy this for multiplayer. Editors as well. You know, route editors. Why haven't we got a route editor? Why do we not have a consist builder so we can put, you know, a train on a route that we want to drive it on with the consist that we want to drive it with? Like 37 with Mark 1 coaches on a West Somerset, you know? They don't have a consist editor for the scenario planner. Therefore, it's really, in all honesty, it's utterly useless, you know? But it's stuff like this, you know, it infuriates me. You know, and there's, you know, details that show the laziness of the company. Like, why have you not fixed these issues? Why is there floating people at Baker Street? Come on, guys, sort it out. And look at me ranting on. Now I've fucked up my station stop. Isn't this fantastic? Oh, fucking hell, that's far out, isn't it? Ah, dear. That's not good, is it? Okay. Worst station stop so far was that one there, but I think we can forget that ever happened. I guess that's what I get for ranting. But it's the truth, though. It is the truth. Only being honest. I literally, all my reviews and my thoughts and opinions are only me being honest, and they're my opinions. They're my personal opinions. It's what I think of the games and what I think of the DLC and stuff like that, you know? If anyone doesn't like it, then, well, it's tough. It's my opinions, isn't it? So you can put your views in the comments, you know. I can either agree or disagree, you know. Is this one of the platforms that have the glitch that goes inside the train? Yeah, here we go. Here's a prime example. Okay, look. See, the train is sort of going inside the platform there, and it does do that on a few stations, but maybe as we go along or something, because then it can start showing some of DTG's laziness coming into play. You know what I mean? Sounds like we've got another train somewhere heading off. Is that a broken? No, we're all good here. Doing my daily repairs of repairing screens. There we are. Probably help if I lock the door first. That would probably help. Off we go. Okay, so now we're heading up to Paddington Station. Change here for Great Western Rail Services. Shame it's not linked to the actual Great Western Express route, but there you go. That would be cool though, wouldn't it? To go from Paddington Underground Station to the actual Paddington Station to get to the Great Western Express route DLC, you know? If there was like a collab or a merge of that, that would be wicked, wouldn't it? So you could go from the underground to somewhere. Don't get me wrong, okay? It's nice to see the posters beside the track, yeah? So you have all the posters and stuff, yeah? Which is cool to see. But I'm going to be nitpicky here and I'm going to say something. They're all recycled posters. They're all the same bloody poster, every station. The same posters, practically. Which is usually this London musical West End thing. And just, you know, they're pretty much, there's not really any different posters on the stations. Now, I'm not an expert, but I don't think they have the same posters at every station going, you know? Maybe some of them are repeated, but not all of the time, you know? But I don't know, maybe that's just me being really picky. It's just, you know what I mean? It's I don't know. It's a nice sort of brick texture there, which is just sort of there and nowhere else as such. I'm loving the weathering around the sills of the building. That looks really nice. It's nice to see that sort of wornness to the roofing there. It's all very nice to see. Oh, we've got a broken screen there. Can I just quickly come out and fix that? It's all part of my collectibles. There we are. Fixed the monitor. Just doing my daily maintenance, folks. I'll get back to driving the service now. Oh, we're really late now. 35. See, you can't keep the timetable, man. Like, well, I suppose it's because I do sort of get out and do my shit. But even so, like, there's serious, like, there's a serious timetable to keep to. Very difficult, very challenging route to drive. Warwick Avenue in 200 yards, practically. Well, 250. You can see we've still got the sort of same sort of posters going on here. Oh, this is going to be bad. Getting worse at this. I mean, look, we're sort of out on the platform a bit there. At least we ain't past the signal, that's something. There was areas that I saw in this route, right, and I'm not kidding you, where the tunnel, I don't know whether it was probably near Queen's Park, but I did catch it briefly. I mean, it's a very minor thing, but I saw like a bit of the tunnel come through the cab, which, yeah, It's not that great to see, is it? But there you go. As I say, you know, it's not perfect, but it's nice. It's not bad, and I think they've done a good job on detail on it. You know, I can't be harsh on them. They've done a nice job on this. Detailing, they've done a good job. But obviously there is some minor issues, you know, and glitches that really could use with rectifying. And I hope they pick this up. But knowing DTG, you know, it's very rare to see them actually fix things. Okay, Kilburn Park. Okay, so we're actually coming up to the outside bit now, I believe. I like the outside bit, it's really cool. Which you guys will see in a minute. Is it Kilburn Park that has the outside bit, or...? Oh, it's windy outside. Like, outside my window, like... Oh, maybe it's not this station, then. There is an outside section on this route, which is really quite nice, because you actually see the overground bit, where the overground trains would be. Oh, we need to repair another monitor there. Oh dear, can't get through. Oh well, we'll have to fix that on another date. That's a shame, isn't it? Queen's Park, this is definitely outside bit now. See, I think the trouble is with this though is the acceleration on it though. It is quite slow at accelerating. I don't know whether that's like that. It's probably like that in reality, to be honest. But that doesn't help when you're trying to stick to a timetable, does it? You know. I've got to be careful. There is a strict speed limit down here somewhere, so you've got to be careful as you approach Queen's Park because the speed limit drops dramatically, as you'll probably see soon. It's a 15-mile-an-hour limit into the station. And there we go, drop down there then. So here we are at Queen's Park, we're outside now. As you see on the left hand side we have the overground track. Just thought I'll give it a bit of a toot on the horn, you know, as we approach the station. maybe we can see the disposals here. This is where the okay, so here we are. We can have a look at the shut-off trains now. So this is where the trains are put to bed, right? Okay, now look at this. This is one of my really big issues that I have. Oh look, people, tons, hundreds and hundreds of people. Literally the whole train is full up of people when this is supposed to be a shut down stock. This isn't in service, and yet the carriages are absolutely chock-a-block like it's rush hour. So that is an issue which is, yeah, it's not good. And, you know, you would have thought that they would despawn those, especially, you know, when it's not how it should be. But there we go. So this is Queen's Park. It's a really nice station. I really like this one, actually. It's nice to get out of and do some train spotting on. Well, not that as much for you to see. Just see 72 stock running up and down, but it's quite nice. Okay, so we're going to Kensal Green now. We've got on road as well. Nice sort of dusk evening setting here. Be careful here, it's 10 mile an hour limit through the depot. You know, I'll be interested to ride on this route. I mean, I haven't really used the Bakerloo Line much in London, but does it actually do this? Does we actually get to go through the sheds? Because this is a really cool experience, and I must admit, I would like to check this experience out, because there's something about going through the sheds on a passenger run. I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh Christ, we are overspeeding. So you've got to be careful with the speed limits on this route, because they do sort of, you know, change. So the low tone is certainly better than the high tone, because, I mean, just listen to this. It's not nice. It's horrible. Got some danger signs and warning stickers, which is nice to see. Motor sounds are nice, aren't they? I mean, I'm not usually one for electrics, but it's nice to hear it's got good motor sounds. You see next to us there with the overhead live wires is the national network, the overground. It's a nice station, this, Kensal Green. Although I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this. It does look a bit bright and, yeah, on the signs. I mean, yeah, it's a bit. They need to sort this lighting. I mean, look, there's a bit of a problem there somewhere with the sign there. But I mean, this is quite a nice station. It's nice to see. Quite a bit of a pain in it. I was just doing a shot of it leaving the station. I get pulled straight into the tunnel. I'm getting quite some frame rate spikes now. Like, it wasn't as bad at the start, but for some reason the frame rates aren't doing too great now. For some reason, I did do VSync and I capped it at 65, didn't I? But there you go. Proceed at restricted speed. Okay, yeah. I was just checking because I thought those red signals were mine. But they're actually the overgrounds. Oh my god, the speed limit's changed. You know, it actually says up in the corner. I've just noticed. I haven't actually looked at this, but I've just noticed in the top right hand corner of my screen, it actually says when the next speed limit is coming and what the next speed limit is going to be, and I have not been looking at that. It's typical, isn't it? Absolutely typical. Oh, what's going on with these frames, man? How much longer do I have to drive this service, man? Can't be too much longer. It's going to be a long old video otherwise. Yeah, look, we're on 50 minutes already. I'm going to have to cut it short in a minute. Let's lock our doors. Better just check my messenger because we don't know what kind of messages we could be getting. It's from Mr. Braddock. He says, awesome. This is from my acceptance of Call of Duty World at War tomorrow. So, stop at location, Harlesden, platform 2. Cool, we really are getting on, aren't we? It's nearly an hour, this video. Christ. So we can go 45 mile an hour in 10 yards, so it's alright then. 90 mile an hour in 1.4 miles. Christ. 90? Blimey. We're getting somewhere. We're moving on. Okay, I think we're going back underground now. Goodbye, daylight. Well, it's not even daylight, it's dusk, but, you know. Goodbye, outside world. And hello, dark underground areas. Yes. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we're still just on top. Are we actually going all the way to Harrow and Willstone? I don't think we are, because this train is for Stonebridge. Are we going to reach Stonebridge soon? Or lock in the doors? Stonebridge. Is that Stonebridge? It's Stonebridge. Okay, we're not going to Strongbridge, we're going to Stonebridge. I don't know what I call it Strongbridge for. Okay, so we're coming up to our final stop now, so... And then that's where we can end our video. And then we've done a nice long service from Elephant Castle to Stonebridge. In 0.8 of a mile. So we've got a little way to go yet, but we'll get there. We're still right beside the main line. It would have been nice to see them add in to this route some AI for the overground, so we can actually see some mainline locos moving. I think that is quite an important factor, considering how long we've actually been following this line now. And the fact that we don't see any sort of traffic going along there is quite questionable. It would have been nice to see it. But there you go. You know, like the 378s or something, whatever runs along that line. I don't know what runs along that line. Do you guys know? Let us know in the comments, but it would have been nice to see whatever runs on that line actually in the game and running as AI instead of it just, you know, being... But all the semaphores over there as well. Okay, we seem to be coming up to a red signal here. That's because we're at Stonebridge. This is our platform here. So we terminate here apparently. Well, I see there's a poster to put up. Okay, here we are. Stonebridge, ladies and gents. Stonebridge. Okay. Lock doors. Lock left. I believe this should end our service now. Okay, it hasn't. Well, we've got to go to... Oh, we're going to... Proceed at great restricted speed. Okay, so we've got to go to... Recipient 22. Where's that then? Well, we'll soon find out. So what are we doing? Putting the loco to bed then? We'll soon find out. Looking like it. Not in service now, so should we change that? Now we should say not in service at our front. We do indeed, because we are no longer in service, even though we have passengers in our train, which, you know, as I say, they don't seem to despawn them when you put them to bed, which is a bit of a shame, but there you go. Well, there's a train wash there, look. I wonder if that actually works. Got the City of London over there, look. Got the bridges and other bits and pieces. Actually, I want to see that. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Isn't it nice to see that? really tight around those curves. I think what we'll do is we'll put this loco to bed, or this unit to bed, and then we shall look around Stonebridge Station and then end our video, because I quite fancy a quick look about of Stonebridge. See what that looks like. So we'll walk all the way back to Stonebridge and abandon our vehicle, as it were. Objective complete. There we go. We have completed a service, and we've leveled up. So I'm now level 7. There we go, and unlocked a few achievements for that as well. So let's continue and return to free roam. So it's goodbye to that. We are walking about the... we've got a nice disposed train with people in it. It's nice to see, isn't it? So, we are now running back to Stonebridge because we want to have a look before we end our video and put our collectibles in there. So, basically... theoretically, if you touch this live rail, in reality you would die. But if you touch the live rail on and then touch the floor on the game, obviously you don't die. So yeah. This is the kind of one of the cool aspects about Train Sim World, and this is what really will make multiplayer really cool. The fact that, you know, it's a first-person game, and you actually get to roam around the world as well as driving the trains themselves, which is it's something cool to see. And that's something that's more appealing for the younger gen as well. Like, you know, because I know my nephew, he just enjoys mostly just running about the stations and riding trains. So it's nice to have that sort of aspect, because it's a little something good for the children as well, you know. Okay, so this is Stonebridge Park Station. It's certainly nice to see traffic on the roads. It's good that they've added that in now, so we've got a nice bit of traffic going on in London. It's nice to see all of these. Like I say, we've got all... yeah, I want to give up the control on that. So, it's also nice to see all of the info boards of when the train's coming in. Right, so, do we get to go down here and underneath? That would be really cool, wouldn't it? So let's just move up here a little bit further first and have a look, see what we've got. We've got broken... No, nothing broken. Oh, that's nice. I'm loving the weathering on that. That is cool. Okay, yeah. I like that. Yeah, that's good. Good job on that. Nice bit of weathering on that. Right, okay, so we actually get to walk underneath here. How cool is this? But okay, so apparently we're walking on grass here when it's quite clearly concrete.
May I have your attention, please? Closed circuit television and remote video monitoring is in use at this station for your personal safety and security.
Ooh, Dovetail Games staff doing the announcements. Okay, so it's nice to have that little underpass bit there, isn't it? So, yes, there we are. We need to put our posters down. Have we got any newspaper stands that we need to put in? You know, the news stuff, or is this literally it? Is this... So there's not really... It says one that terminates here in 12 minutes. So there's not really anything much to do here at Stonebridge Station, but it was nice to get off and just have a look around, wasn't it? We've got another train coming in here now. We'll watch that before we end our video. So enjoy watching 1972 stock pulling into Stonebridge station. Okay then guys, so this now ends my review and video of the London Underground Bakerloo Line for Train Sim World 2. I'll do another video on it going up to Harrow and Wealdstone some other time, but thank you for watching my video from Elephant and Castle to Stonebridge, and we'll join you again soon. And this has been Samuel Beamon of BLS. I will link our Facebook and website links into the description of the video. Overall, I think the Bakerloo Line, they've done a great job on detailing. There is obviously a few errors like the floating people, as well as obviously, you know, there's reports of station platforms being too close to the trains, as well as the invisible barriers. And also we have a bit of poor sound quality on the locos themselves. But apart from that, very nice route, good bit of DLC, and yeah, thanks for watching guys. Goodbye for now.
Please remain behind the yellow line at all times. Trains pass through this station at high speed and can cause turbulence.